Hi guys, we're really excited that you're joining us today to learn more about the Shred 10 health journey. Shred 10 is a jumpstart program to help you get back your healthy. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through a short presentation, but first off, myself and Wendy are going to tell you our journeys. So to start with, I'm going to pass you over to Wendy. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Shelley. Okay, well, my journey in brief is I was living abroad and I couldn't lose the weight from around my stomach anymore. I'd become menopausal. No matter what I did, walking every day for 50 minutes, in my swimming pool every day, it just wasn't shifting anymore. But fortunately, 3 or 4 years ago, a doctor had come to Cyprus and she'd introduced me to a fantastic whole food product, which is just basically fruit, veg and berries. So I was already taking 30 fruit, veg and berries into my system every day and noticed amazing benefits, such as like not having a cold in over 3 years or flu. Can you imagine that? Anyway, then I saw a doctor, Dr. Mitra Ray, USA doctor, who devised this program, and she said just put a meal replacement into my diet as well in the form of another 17 fruit, veg and berries. So in total I was taking 47, which meant I would totally detox my body, which was a different plan because before I'd always done Weight Watchers all my life. I'd do it maybe a week max and then I might lose some weight, but then just put it all back on. So today we're going to teach you the secret to how to keep that weight off that Weight Watchers, Atkins diet, programs such as Slimming World will just not achieve for you. So we're going to go on to that briefly. So there's my story, and basically I lost weight and I've not put it back on for the first time ever in 2.5 years now. So happy, massive weight off my shoulders. But I'm going to pass you back over to Shelley and she's going to tell you about her story, which I never get fed up of hearing. It's the most fantastic story I've heard, to be honest, on this whole food product. So over to you, Shell.
Thanks, friend. Okay, so like everybody else, I always thought that it was always going to be the other guy that got any health problems. Didn't really expect it to be me. But you know what? Yeah, the health monster caught me and I've got multiple sclerosis. It all started off with just little bits of pins and needles in my toe. Didn't really think much of it until it progressed up both legs to, at the worst point, just underneath my bust line. I was numb all the way down, but ironically, I could still feel pain. I mean, the pain was that bad that I couldn't stand my clothes touching me. When my kids hugged me, I used to push them away because it hurt too much. So not only was it like a physical pain, it was emotional pain as well, to have to push them away because they couldn't hug mum. I'd be falling down all the time. I was covered from head to toe in cuts and bruises. The fatigue was just unbearable. About 3:30 every single day. No matter what I was doing or where I was, I had to stop and I had to go and lie down. I had to basically go to sleep for a while just to try and bolster myself back up again. I got very depressed. I put a lot of weight on. Started thinking dark thoughts about the world and my kids would be a better place without me, because who wants to look after me, you know? Friend says to me, come on Shelley, this isn't you. Get a grip. Try these products. So I went on to the premium, which is the triple capsules, and only did that. And I did it for 6-7 months. I thought, not working, and stopped. Then I started to regress and get worse again. Again, my friend says to me, look, Dr. Mitra Ray has just brought out a new program. Try it. And so I thought, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I did. At this point, really not expecting it to do anything. But to my shock, I lost 16 pounds in 30 days. And I was like, yay, I've lost a bit of weight. But then I started to notice other things. Like I started to get the feeling back in my legs. I started to notice that I wasn't falling down as much all the time. I wasn't covered in bruises that I didn't know where they'd come from. I wasn't having to go for my afternoon nap. I was sleeping all the way through the night. I was happier. And it's like, this is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it's because I truly believe that I went on the whole Shred 10 program, which helped me detox my body, give me the level playing field to help me get my healthy back. So that's my journey. It's very condensed, and now I shall pass you back to Wendy, who's going to give you a very brief presentation on the Shred 10 program itself. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Shell. I'm going to talk a little bit about Shred 10 shortly, but just before we start that, we would like to say that we don't make any medical claims. You've heard our stories, which is absolutely fantastic. It works for us, it works for our friends, it works for other people, but everyone is different, so that's why we don't make any medical claims. And not only that, this isn't meant to replace your diet, it's meant to bridge the gap of the food that you should eat and that you don't eat these days, and you'll see information on that as we go through the presentation too. But just before we start off, just behind me here, I've just got for you to see actually what happened to us. This is what I was on originally, and that's like gave me my immunity because I'm taking 30 whole foods that have been grown, picked at the peak of ripeness, then juiced and dehydrated in a capsule form. What could be simpler than that? That gave me my incredible immunity, no colds or flu anymore, which I absolutely love. So that's just called the premium. The doctor that I heard in USA, Dr. Mitra Ray, she devised this plan whereby you put a meal replacement in as well, which has got another 17 fruit, veg and berries. So you're putting 47 into your body every day. Can you imagine that? So what we're going to talk to you about on the presentation is the secret of why Weight Watchers Atkins and Slimming World don't work. And it's because you're actually detoxing your body, whereas with those other programs you don't. And that's the secret as to why my weight has now come off. So we're going to start that presentation for you now. So here's the presentation that we talked about that we go through with you, and basically Shred 10 is a jumpstart program that we hope will help you transition into a healthier lifestyle like it did for myself and Shelley. So why do we need to have something like the Shred 10? Basically there's two startling trends in our world, and this is the first one coming up. I'm sure you'll agree after looking at this page that we're actually living in a really chemical world now, and we're being bombarded by loads of toxins. That's leading to all kinds of health problems, and to be honest, unless we're living in a bubble, these toxins are everywhere, we can't avoid them. We're breathing them in, we're putting them on our skin, they're in our lawn, they're in our pool, and we're even eating them, unfortunately, as you will see on the next slide coming up. Here you can see food quality is really decreasing. We can't even pronounce, I'm sure you'll agree with this, the ingredients on the back of our foods, and all of these poor compounds might be in them as well. So on to the next slide for you. Basically, dieting or over-exercising, it creates a need to detox and rejuvenate, and that's what the Shred 10 is about. So what we're going to do is talk about an important topic, which is the detoxing and maintaining a healthy weight. And because we know that excess fat contributes to over 20 diseases now, it's really important to keep our bodies as toxin free as possible. So our bodies can't handle the onslaught of all these toxins. So as you can see here, what it does, it protects our organs by trapping the toxins in fat cells. Now the good news is with that, it keeps the toxins from roaming around our bodies and causing havoc to them. Unfortunately, the bad news is, as you can see, the fat cells actually expand and can cause weight issues, as you can see there. When you burn fat in the wrong way, without any proper nutrition, or we over-exercise, the toxins are re-released into the bloodstream. That stresses the body out, and so our bodies, very smartly as they are, they actually go into fat production once again at the end of the shedding fat, and that's like an emergency fat production again to enrobe the toxins again to again protect the vital organs. So it's just a vicious cycle, as you can see, because it keeps happening. There is a better way, as you can see here, and the safe and healthy way to lose weight is to allow our bodies to cleanse itself by removing the toxic load in it. What we do is we clean eat, especially with fruits and vegetables, and now we begin to shed fat and assist our liver so it can do the job and cleanse the toxins out properly. Weight loss is easier, as you can see here, it's quicker, and it leads to a more permanent weight loss like it did in my situation, which is absolutely fantastic. So the question is, how can we eat enough fruits and vegetables to make this possible? Well, the truth is we can't. We need help. This is where Juice Plus comes into play for us fantastically. You can see here the Juice Plus Trio capsules and the Juice Plus Complete Shakes. We add those to our diet, and it's basically flooding our body with 45, and now it's 47. 2 more have been added in. And we add that into our bodies every single day. It's not a substitute for the real thing, for real food. We still need to eat really healthily. But what it does, it bridges the gap as we try to eat a lot of plants during the Shred 10. It's powdered produce. And what we do, we add 2 fruit, 2 vegetable and 2 berry capsules each day. And we'll drink 2 complete shakes every day as well to totally detox our bodies. On the next slide, we're just going to touch on willpower a little bit, because it's not true that some people have got it and some people haven't, that you might have heard. But basically, willpower is a function of our blood sugar, believe it or not, if you didn't already know. If you think about a time when you might have skipped a meal or you were too busy to eat, I've done that so much myself, and we all have those days, it's unavoidable. And then we want to eat anything in sight because we're so hungry. But here is why. It's called the glycemic index. And basically, that's the rate at which sugar enters our bloodstream. And we all know sugars should enter our bloodstream slowly and give us sustained energy. Now, complex carbs or sugar can rush it in and spike our blood sugar, like you can see on the taller light blue curve there. So, this is what happens when we eat things like empty carbohydrates like bread, crackers, boxed foods, etc. That spike in our blood sugar happens, and then it comes crashing down, as you can see, below the zone of willpower. 2 hours later, we feel like we need a nap, but not before we actually go and raid the pantry. This also happens when we skip a meal, or first thing in the morning, or when we wake up on an empty stomach and we think we need caffeine to wake up. You can see the dark line there. Now, that shows what happens when we actually manage to eat low glycemic meal with fibre. So any sugar then enters the bloodstream slowly, like with a Juice Plus Complete Shake meal replacement. Then that keeps our blood sugar stable fantastically, and it makes it so much easier to avoid the bad habits and the food addictions, so that's brilliant. This is called the zone of willpower, and you might find that you lose your junk food cravings like I did, and this is why the Complete is such an important part of the Shred 10 programme. I'm going to go on to the next slide now. And you can see already that it's low glycemic, like we just discussed. It stabilises your blood sugar. Also, it's got 13 grams of plant protein in it, as well as fantastic superfoods like broccoli, pomegranate, spinach. There's an unending amount, kale, you name it, it's in there. And the Complete, the meal replacement, it's got 8 grams of pure plant fibre as well in each serving as that. And there's a compound that I can't pronounce very well, but I will try. It's oligosaccharides, I think. That's in the Complete, and it's a prebiotic, which a lot of people take. I take prebiotics now to help my digestive system. And what that does, it helps keep your digestive system healthy, so you absorb all of these nutrients into your system properly. So onto the next screen. And here you can see you can use it in so many ways. Now, I always have a shake for breakfast, and I have a banana in mine. It starts my day off brilliantly because I'm normally in a rush, and I know I've got all those good nutrients into my body. I love it mid-afternoon if I'm hungry or when I want to just snack. And I look forward to it every time because I know I've got the absolute assurance of what I'm putting into my body, and it's not going to spike my blood sugar. If you've got children, we'll talk about that shortly too. They can have shakes as well, but there is actually a chewable version of the capsules, which is fantastic for them. So we're just going to go on to the next screen. Shredding 10, as we call it, or Shred 10, is about shredding food that doesn't serve you very well, toxins and habits that you might have as well that aren't serving you well, and adopting newer, healthier habits. And I did it for 30 days, and I think it's because I did that 30 days that it really changed my lifestyle, because once you've done something for 30 days, your body's actually programmed. Any less than that, you might not be able to stick to it so well. But we're just going to talk about the Shred 10 guidelines for you and how to get started. For 10 days, basically, you'll add more real food, things like fruit, veg, whole grains, peas, beans. You'll add Juice Plus Trio capsules as well, and the shakes to support this. We really want to encourage you to eat clean during the 10 days, as that will give your body a massive break from digesting all the heavier foods we're normally used to. It also reduces inflammation, and it frees the body up, and you get cleansed, you get rejuvenated, which is all a bonus. You'll drink plenty of water, sleep 7 to 8 hours each night, and exercise most days if you can. You'll eliminate gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, artificial and refined sugar. We will encourage you to not eat after 6 p.m, but I couldn't do that when I did my 30 days the first time round, and it doesn't really affect anything, to be honest. But it just helps you rest your digestive system, and you eliminate the toxins more effectively if you can manage that. If you are pregnant, nursing, or a child, or an elite athlete, we do actually suggest you can relax that rule because you need, more energy. Once you order your Juice Plus, you'll receive the Shred guide that you can see here. It's a wonderful ebook online, and that provides 10 healthy meal ideas, over 15 shake recipes, snack ideas. Not only that, it explains the guidelines in more detail, like why no gluten, dairy, or eating after 6 p.m. is really going to help. Fantastically, I love this bit of it. There's no calorie counting, no food deprivation, or a complicated formula to follow like with some programs. And Shred 10 is safe for the whole family, so everybody can join in and support each other to do it. And there's some fantastic shred stories going around, and you've heard mine and Shelley's at the beginning of this presentation. So I'm going to go on to the next slide for you. Basically, you'll see here some of the most common Shred 10 results. Crave more fruits and vegetables. Healthier weight, better recovery from workout, improved sleep, increased energy, healthier hair, skin and nails, especially my nails, like I have to file them down every 2 weeks to be able to type on my keyboard. Improved regularity and increased mental clarity. If you need any of these, it's an absolute must. So on to the next slide now. A huge part of this Shred 10 is because you're actually adding the Juice Plus nutritional support in there. And basically, you can see from all of these 30 published studies, it's the most researched nutritional product in the world now. And it's absolutely fantastic that they've done all of this. They're not just any old studies either, they're peer-reviewed studies, so they can be incredibly trusted as well. Okay guys, we're on to the next slide now, and we're going to talk about where you see yourself getting started. On this screen you can see the different products that are available to help you succeed with your Juice Plus Shred 10. The Complete and the Juice Plus Trio is what we suggest to everybody because that's what worked for us. The more you put into your body, the more effective your results are going to be. Depending on your budget is what you might choose though, and we're going to go through that on our next slide for you now. And I'd like to mention children can receive Juice Plus free through the Children's Health Study. There's a fantastic chewable for them up to the age of 12, which literally tastes like a sweet. And after 12 they can have the capsules. They can get them up to 4 years free as long as they're in full-time education and the parent is on the fruit and veg capsules. And all the parent or friend has to do, because a friend can do that as well for children, is complete a questionnaire. You commit to a year of taking the product so they can have it, and you do a questionnaire for the first year, a few times a year, just to show the results, what might have changed in their well-being, which is absolutely brilliant. So company with a heart, kids eat for free, fantastic. So we're going to go through the little shred packages that belong to me and Shelley now. We've got the bronze package, which is 1 shake a day. You can have chocolate or vanilla, that's just £1.15 a day. We've got the silver package, £2.50 a day, whereby you can have the fruit and the veg and the complete shakes. You can have chocolate or vanilla, as you can see, or you can have both. Then we go on to the gold package, which is what Shelley and I did, and which is what we suggest all our customers do because it's the one that is the most effective. That's £3.18 a day, still less than a cup of coffee, as you can see. If you're in another country, you can go onto the website and see your country's website for the cost of the products in your country. Also, if you're in a country like US, you can get the complete meal replacements in a single serve if you prefer to take to work, etc. But they are more economical, just to let you know, if you have the shipment of 6 pouches in a box. And then the last package is the Platinum. That is fantastic because you've got something in there called the Booster. It's got amazing health products in there as well, and basically it staves off your hunger. So you mix it up in a glass of water before you eat a meal. It keeps you more full up for longer, and there's basically 0 calories in that, and really helps you. All natural product once again. So we've given you all of the information that you need to know now, and you can go onto your relevant country on our website. Just ask the person who introduced you to see this video to forward you the link, and they can forward you the link to the shop if you ask. You can pay in monthly instalments, which is absolutely brilliant. Product gets shipped straight to your door. And just to mention, the capsules actually come in a 4-month supply. And the reason they come in a 4-month supply is because, say if you just take them for 1 month and you have all the detox symptoms going on, you might think, oh, I don't think this is working. It's like when I first started, I had flu symptoms, and that's what I thought. You need to actually take the capsules for 4 months solid, and by the end of that 4 months, you will have begun to heal at cellular level, and it's at that point you should have noticed significant changes in your body to help your health. And even on this Platinum, you can still see less than a cup of coffee a day when you break it down to each day. So it's just a matter of what you're going to choose, really. You can either go to the supermarket and put all that junk in your basket, or you can actually think, what do I spend on junk? You might even save some money, £3.87 a day. You probably buy 1 junk item with that these days, to be honest. So I hope you've enjoyed the information about our packages. And that's it for now, and you'll see us speaking again shortly on our presentation here. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, Wendy. That was very informative. Now, what we'd like to do is invite you all to join us on the Shred 10 programme and our healthy living revolution. I'm sure you've got lots of questions to ask, so either get in touch with me, myself or Wendy, or whoever's shared the video with you. We'll be more than happy to help you with your journey too. Thank you for listening.